Today is Saturday, 3rd of October 2015. Paper highlights read by Christina Arulselvam. First, let's look at the paper highlights of Daily Mirror. All-party mechanism to face Intel challenges President. Indigenous mechanism on international standard would be set up. Mahinda Rajapaksa government antagonized Lanka's friends by humiliating them. I will prove that it was my government that saved them from the electric shock. President Maithripala Sirisena yesterday said the government will call all-party confib and all-religious leader conference soon in a bid to form a united front for face alleged war crimes charges leveled against Sri Lanka. Soon after arriving home after the hectic but successful tour in the US to address the 70th UN General Assembly, President Sirisena told the media at the President House last afternoon that the government faced the UNHRC boldly and was able to remove the proposal to conduct the international probe by hybrid court that would ultimately take the preparators it found guilty to the electric chair. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, Imadua to Komadua on E1 now open. The Imadua to Komadua stretch in the Southern Expressway temporarily closed last morning because the landslide has now been open for vehicle traffic. Soon after, the National Building and Research Organization was informed the landslide official to the NBRO and the Road Development Authority visited the site and decided to close this section of the expressway till was clear for vehicle traffic. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, Siddiq peddled heroin with help of remand prisoner. The CID told Colombo Chief Magistrate Gihan Tilapitia that drug kidnap Mohammed Siddiq was residing in Pakistan had operated the drug mafia in Sri Lanka with the help of Vale Suda's accomplice Suranga Sampath, who controlled the distribution of heroin while under remand custody. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, Missing Persons Commission begin probing Pacific cases. The special investigative team appointed by the Presidential Commission to investigate into complaint regarding the missing person has begun investigation in the north into cases identified by the Commission during the conduct of public sittings. The investigation team is headed by senior retired High Court judge and consists 5 senior ex-police officers specialized in carrying out the investigation, and a statement released by the Commission Chairman Maxwell Paranagama said. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, NCPA informed police about girl assaulted by 2 youth. The National Child Protection Authority said yesterday the information it had obtained the young woman attacked by 2 youth as seen in a video gone viral in social media website would be sent into the police child and women bureau for further investigation. On Wednesday, which was also the World Children's Day, a video showing 2 young men assaulting a young woman while another person was recording the incident had been posted on Facebook. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, Richmond College student run over by train. The grade 3 student of Richmond College in Gaul was killed in a spot when he was run over the train it had the Richmond Hill Railway crossing yesterday. The student, identified as Pasindu Tikshan, a resident of Yatalamatta, Gaul, had been running towards the school van after school when he was run over by the coming train. Another news from Daily Mirror, elderly woman in her final role. An elderly woman who played a major role in a stage play at the drama competition organized by the Hikkadua Senior Citizen Organization to mark World Elders Day on Thursday died suddenly soon after she got off the stage. She was rushed to the Arachikanda Government Hospital in Hikkadua and later transferred to the Karapite Teaching Hospital in Gaul, where she died on admission. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, government to start dialogue on lifestyle change. The government will soon start dialogue on changing people's lifestyle, which might include changing school hours, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said on Thursday. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror. Saya suspect. Police probe assaulted charges. Court warned report on laptop contact given to the CCD. The police yesterday said that they had launched an investigation into complaint made by a 17-year-old student and 32-year-old men arrested on charges of killing Saya Sandevmi that they had been assaulted by the Kottadeniyawa police when they were in police custody. Police Chief N.K. Ilangakon ordered Western Province Senior DIG Pujit Jayasundara to probe the complaints. The two were arrested by the police on September 18 in connection with sexual abuse and killing of 5-year-old girl. They were remanded after being proceeded in the Minuanguda Magistrate Court. The magistrate ordered that the two be released on Thursday after their DNA sample do not match with those recovered from the body of the victim. Now let's move to the paper highlights from Daily News. A nation that takes pride in ethic, diversity, government priority, Mangala. Foreign Minister Mangala Samarveera stressed on Tuesday that healing a broken heart, building a nation that's taken pride in ethnic diversity, ensuring the reconciliation and guarantees of non-recurrence of violations and development has the government priorities. Samarveera, participating in an event convenes in Swadesh government and had International Peace Institute to discuss peace building in IPI, said peace building it is core and is a process that must strive to prevent a future conflict. In the process must address the root causes of conflict. Another news highlight from Daily News. Poacher killed during the confrontation with a wildlife officer. The poacher was killed during the confrontation between wildlife officer and group of poachers at Yala National Park in Kochipattana yesterday. The incident took place around 2:40 p.m. Tissa Maharama police said wildlife official had been deployed to arrest poachers at Kochipattana where poaching activities are rampant. When the official reached the area, poachers fired at them. Another news highlight from Daily News. Resolution is the cool step, Cameron. Today's resolution is a step towards uncovering the truth about the alleged war crimes in Sri Lanka, ensuring accountability for the past and respect for the human rights now and the future, British Prime Minister David Cameron said. Another news highlight from Daily News. Loan to value ratio on vehicles increase in 90%. The loan to value ratio vehicles import will be increased on 90% from October 5th from the earlier 70%, Finance Minister Ravi Karunanayake said. Another news highlight from Daily News. MR include SL in Geneva agenda, PM. The Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said yesterday it was former President Mahinda Rajapaksa who includes Sri Lanka in the Geneva agenda. The present leadership was able to rescue the country by removing Sri Lanka from the agenda. It was the former president who promised UN General Secretary Ban Ki-moon and USA to allow an international probe to the alleged war crimes, he said. He even promised to conduct the domestic inquiry, but nothing happened in as result. The international community, especially the UN and the US, become disappointed with the conduct of the Sri Lankan government, the Prime Minister said. Another news highlight from Daily News. Fishermen issues Jayalalitha write to Modi, taking exceptions to the continued arrest of Indian fishermen by Sri Lankan Navy. The Tamil Nadu government has told the centre that Colombo W's action has resulted in the situation at sea remaining pressurized. Now let's move to the paper highlights from Ceylon today. SC to take up MEP less petitions on 16 October. The Supreme Court yesterday fixed the hearing of two fundamental right applications filed by Mahajana Exat Peramuna Vice Chairman D.D. Somavira Chandrasiri. Another news highlight from Ceylon today. Opposition's planned protest against UN resolution. The number of opposition MP are planning protests in Colombo against the government and the resolution co-sponsored by the US and Sri Lanka in Geneva on allegation of war crimes on 14 October. Another news highlight from Ceylon today. Hemasiri new ITN chairman. Hemasiri Fernando was appointed as the chairman of the Independent Television Network yesterday. He is also the chairman of the People's Bank. Another news highlight from Ceylon today: LG polls SLFP seats 7th October deadline. The Sri Lanka Freedom Party has extended the deadline to accept application contest the local government election by another week due to the keen interest shown by the large number of party members in contesting the election. SLPF General Secretary Duminda Dissanayake told Ceylon today, "We brought you the paper highlights of today's newspaper."